Hello and welcome back. Welcome back. Where we left off, we we had a few terrain adjustments. We've got some bad water seeping around here, and we've got bad water seeping around here. But as I've mentioned in previous episodes, so long as, you know, it's not going to go beyond a certain level, so I don't have to worry about it overtopping and flooding and potentially hitting our water source. But this is our only water source, so I think it's a good opportunity for us to expand and possibly look for other areas we could live. So I do see a few spots. I see a spot here and another spot right here that we could look into. How do we do this? You know what, I'll get to it piece by piece. Alright, so for now, I think I need a few things. Drought approaching, that's great. Speaking of drought, we do need to expand our water a bit. So we do need a medium tank or large tank, but we need gears and metal for it. So I think this is a good opportunity to start working on that, actually. Especially now that we have a little grid around here. So I guess I can put one here. And we also need a number cruncher because, well, I don't want to have to keep creating so many like inventor stations in order to get science points. So long story short, number crunchers is an automated machine that gives us 10 science points per hour rather than 1 science point per hour using the beaver only inventor station. So I want to eventually expand to that point. And now that we have our geothermal engine, let me also turn down our working hours to around 18 since we don't really need that many beavers around. And our food or water is good. I do want to expand there, but I need to give it some time. We have 113. It may also be a good opportunity to do a few things here. So, first off, let's try to get this last piece right around here and demolish it. I know it's too far from the district, but that's fine. And then we're going to actually expand a bit and have stations around here, because eventually I want to get around to this. Given how big the terrain is as well, we may also need to invest in a tubeway station because it's a long way for our beavers to walk. So I think it'd be a good idea to work on that. Also, in the meantime, let's start our water storage, shall we? So we'll have them work on this. This is also high priority, but we don't really have a lot of gears so far. So I think it's okay. So we'll have them run there, we'll have them run there. And then I'll actually start... Well, I should expand to a bigger warehouse, but let's wait a bit because I do want to... I do want to get our number cruncher, because the sooner we can automate that, the more beavers we'll have available to work. It'll make things a little bit better. And we should also prioritize this. Maybe 2 beavers for now. I know we're going to have a drought, but that's fine. If anything, the drought might make things a little easier. Especially when we're trying to get this, but that's fine. Alright. So we have our drought going for 4 days. Okay. So I'll pause you. And then, what are they working on now? Let's have them working on planks. They're working on that. The gears are taking a while. Okay, because they need these. We may need to add more planks. So this is what I'll do. No good selected. Okay. What did I want to put in here? Do we have storage for this? No, we do not. Okay. I'll put a storage for that and a small storage for hold. Where are gears stored? Okay, okay. I was on the right track. Okay. So gears are stored there. I'll have them store gears there. So how are we doing? We have 400 on network and 195 in demand, so we're good. And we can afford the number cruncher now. So I'll unlock the number cruncher. This is a building we don't really need to prioritize as much. We can actually leave it back here, but I'll leave it around here. Ooh, that's a lot of parts. Alright. So I'll have you there, and I'll have you there. Oof, we need more water. Right, I'll have you work on water. And since a number cruncher is being built, I can actually pause one of these stations. And then... okay, perfect. Water's being pumped there. And then they're working on that, which is a bunch of planks. I'll actually pause the number cruncher so they can prioritize the hauling station. Because I think the sooner we have a hauling station, the better. I mean, aside from the number cruncher, I also wanted to unlock this monument. But I think that the number cruncher is important for the sake of automation, especially since it uses 500 power. Now that I mention it, since it does use 500 power, I do want to get a steam engine. Because that'll add 400 more energy in the meantime, which would be great, in all honesty. Yeah, we'll unlock the steam engine. Having more power is great, especially if since I plan to turn this into a more... what's the best word for this? An industrial district, that's what it is. Now we're out of a drought. 2 more cores. Oh. Oh. Okay, so these 2 are gonna explode. Wait, so if these 2 explode, it's gonna lead water out, and that water is gonna push down here. And then it might... ooh. Wait, actually, no, it's just gonna pour here, and then it's gonna pour down here. And then it's just gonna spill that way, and that way, and then go down here. Okay. As long as it's not touching our colony, I'm fine with that. Because there's not much we can do for now. I should start working on this area, though. These badgering tides. I should plan how we're gonna do bad tides. Okay, so... I'm assuming bad tides only happen from the bad tide drain, since we had a bad water seep, and I'm guessing the water seep stops during bad tides. So it's just this drain that we have to worry about. So I think it's a good idea for us to start clearing this out. Glad you mention it, so we can get that rolling. Because I don't know when we'll have a bad water, or, you know, yeah, a bad tide, but I really don't want to risk it. And then right over here, I am actually going to have a smaller floodgate. That way we have control. I also do want to do some automation. This is a new feature for the 1.0 update that I have been playing around with for other colonies, and it's really good. It's really good once you get a hang of it. It has for me, a steep learning curve, but it's well worth it once you get the hang of it. So it does require a bit of science and a bit of resources, especially for Well, the relays and the weather sensor I really want to get to. I really love this one, but we need treated wood for that, so it's gonna be a while before we get to that point. We also need a tapper shack, but we'll get there eventually. And gears and metal parts. Gears are important. Metal parts are also important. We also need scrap metal, so I'll have these guys work on that. How much storage do we have? We don't have a lot of storage for them. They need a warehouse. I should probably set up a storage somewhere. I think this would be a good place to start. Okay. So let's get a large industrial pile. Maybe 3 of them, right around here. So I'm gonna have you, you, and you. That way we have a couple piles working there. And then if I wait a bit, I could probably get a bigger one. You could put it around here. Ooh, not too bad. I'll work on the monument in a bit, but I think for now I can get rid of this. Scrap metal. These are for food. Okay. So I'll put a few warehouses over here. Does canola have storage? They do not. Okay, so we'll put some storage for canola. And then... do we really need a lot of corn? Yeah, I'll set up something for corn. Alright. Unstable cores. We'll be fine. Alright, and how's the NUMBERCRUNCHER coming along? High prioritize, please. We need a lot of gears and metal parts. They're in progress too, so we're good there. It'll take a while, but it'll be worth it. Yep, they can't reach. That's alright. Put some right here. And have them connect here. Cool, 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 cool. So, in the meantime, I think it's a good idea if we start to close off this area a bit. Of course, not touching the bad water, but... I'll come back to that. We need something else. I'm thinking we can do something with the corn and eggplants, but to do that we need a food factory. And we need metal for that. And we can unlock it, actually. But I want to get the NUMBERCRUNCHER done. That's a high priority. The sooner we can get the NUMBERCRUNCHER done, the better. Because then we can expand a bit. I know it needs a lot of resources, but I think this is where a lot of I think a lot of the resources that we've saved really come into play well when we need it. Because right now we're not in any dire situation. It's just planning ahead. Because right now we're running low on food, which can be an issue. So I guess I'll increase the farmhouse staff. So no, that's important. Okay. So I think we're making a bit too much canola. So I'm going to get rid of it. And a bit of the kohlrabi. Reason being is that we have a decent amount of eggplants and a decent amount of corn, but I need more food that we can process. That way we can make more. Because the kohlrabi is helpful, but it's just not enough for our needs. Especially during this point when we have a larger growing colony. So I think it's a good time for us to start working on those. So, in the meantime, for crops, let's actually plant more cassavas. I'll plant some more soybeans around here. And then 2 more soybeans and a few more cassavas. Just so we can get that out of the way. How are the blueberries? Yep, they're on their way with blueberries. So, we're doing good so far. Everyone's still hungry. Everyone's still moderately injured. Oh yeah, I don't have a med station. That's why. I was wondering why they were still injured. So, in that case, I'll open a little med bay right around here. So they can stay in and heal. Eventually, we're going to run low on scrap metal, because this is a finite resource. But if we expand to the mines, like right around here, we should be fine, because that's an infinite resource. But these bombs are going to go off soon. There they go. And yeah, we should be good. They may mix in with each other a bit, but again, it's not touching our colony at the moment. And we're not expanding for now, because I do want to make use of where we are before we push further ahead. And speaking of which, let me actually plant some more plants so we can get that going. So corn, and then some eggplant, so we can get that out of the way. Then I'm gonna get rid of this path because it's probably bothering some folks in the comment section for all I know. Yeah, alright. Alright, so food's still a little low, but the blueberries are helping. We have 5 unemployed beavers, so I think we should pause one for now because we have more beavers than we need at the moment. So I'll increase that to 2. I don't think there's any other jobs that we need an extra hand, because we have so many planks. We have so many planks. We do not need any more planks. But we're good with gears. How are we doing with metal? We need 300. And the number cruncher is almost done. Please, please, please hurry up. Please, please, I'm begging you. I just want this to be done. I just want this to be done. We're doing things. We're doing things slowly but surely. I'll actually have them demolish this. Ideally, I would love for bots to demolish this. That way my beavers don't get injured. But I think it's worth it if they, you know, hurry a little. Because more of them are gonna get injured from this, I know for sure. I don't want them to be injured, but it's also, I don't know how soon I'll be able to get bots. Okay. We're still fine. We're still fine. Food is not where I'm hoping it'll be, but it's still not bad. I'll also pause the breeding station, well, the breeding pod again. Because I think we're getting a little overwhelmed in terms of our colony size. But we're still doing good. Okay, just a few more gears and we're done. Actually, I would also love if we expanded our water storage just a bit. Just a little bit. Okay. And then I can place another gear station here. Then maybe place something else around here. expand there. Well, yeah, let's have them work in the gear station. Okay. We're not doing too bad. I just want the number cruncher done. I just want the number cruncher done. God, is that too much to ask? But I think this is a good place to stop for now. We have a lot to look forward to next episode. Oh, gears are done. We have another gear station coming up, which means we should have our number cruncher done soon. We have a drought to look forward to, and possibly a famine. So lots to look forward to in the next episode, guys. But as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.